have just entered the building with your boys, King and Sane. Welcome to Shop Talkin' Random-ish, where conversation rules the nation and no topic is off limits.
You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Now welcome your hosts, Rick King and Will Sane.
Welcome aboard a young man whose great work has earned him a place among the music world's most supremely talented constituents. He is an excellent writer and producer and a most exciting performer. His name is DJ Sean Swift.
You feel it, nothing to save you, but this is the season of catching the vapors. And since I got time, what I'm going to do, to tell you how they spread it throughout. Damn, it feels good to see people up on it, cause I remember when, at first they wasn't. Now guess what they caught from my cousin, the vapors. They caught the vapors. They caught the vapors. They caught the vapors. Last time I met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait. Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl from the U.S. nation. The way that I met her was on tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short miniskirt. I just got on stage dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd, and guess who I met? I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her her name, she said blah blah blah. She had 9-10 pants and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said I was very amused. I started throwing bass, she started throwing back mid-range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kinda strange. Cause when I asked, do you have a man? She tried to pretend. She said, no I don't, I only have a friend. Come on, I'm not even going for it. This is what I'm gonna sing. You got what I need, but you say he just a friend, and you say he just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need.
Greetings, Atlanta, America, worldwide, internet. Thank you for tuning in to WWWE 1100 AM The Real.
Oh baby, you.
You're in Shop Talking Randomish with King and Sane and the lovely Starlight. I am Will Sane.
It's your boy Rick King. I am in the building. I am on the boards. I am behind the glass. I am so excited. I shall be, I am.
We got the lovely Starlight in the building.
What's up, people?
We got the super duper producer Greg in the building. Greg, say what up.
Big Sure.
You ain't got Greg turned up? Mr. Board, man.
Just say it.
Do it again.
Yo.
Say it one more time, Greg. I can't hear you.
Yo.
Greg, get closer to the mic. Is it Greg or is it
might be you,
is it Rick or Greg?
No, it's him. The guy behind the boards, the guy behind the glass. He does not have the board.
We about to fire the producer. He just about to come back on this side.
It's not.
You the talent, Rick. Come on, you the talent now. You're no longer the producer. You're the talent.
Nothing. You got the wrong.
Nope.
You have the wrong one.
The mic isn't working?
The wrong one.
How? I ain't got but so many slots over here, boss.
Anyway.
Rick
ain't but so many holes
is behind the board. Rick is on the boards behind the glass.
Usually when there are technical difficulties,
that
we know who's running.
Turn it down and bring
He's
it back
doing
up.
his magic. For all of you who tuned in, that intro that we had playing was a mix of the great Biz Markie, the late great Biz Markie, that is.
Nothing.
A
couple weeks ago.
Thank you.
We made this
Yeah.
to give him his flowers before he got up out of here, and he went home today.
Today is the day.
He went home today. So we once again want to say goodbye
Yes.
to the great
Yes.
Biz Markie.
Sad day, man. Sad day.
Sad day
For
in
hip hop. For real hip hop, man. Not this new, not all this new stuff.
Just
but
be nice.
For the real hip hop.
Just say for hip hop. Be nice.
For real hip hop. I gotta say for real hip hop. Tired of all this new music. Got my people going crazy in these streets. I'm looking at something right now. You heard of rapper Lil Durk?
Yeah.
All right, so
he headed to jail too.
I don't know if he's headed to jail, but here's the thing. So I'm looking at this right now. Lil Durk got his house invaded like 5 o'clock in the morning the other day, right? Mm-hmm. He lives in Chateau Lawn, up in Brazelton, Georgia.
He don't own that house though. That's the problem.
But what I'm saying is,
you should.
Why is that type of crime? Why is that type of stuff happening up in Chateau Lawn?
Exactly. You shouldn't be doing that stupid stuff up there.
That stuff shouldn't be up there.
At this point, it's like, no, sir. You do you know where you were staying?
Exactly.
Your abode should not have. At least if it's going to have crime, that's not the type of crime it should have.
You know, and I'm looking at and sorry, Atlanta, for me to stereotype Atlanta, but I look at that happened in College Park. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at that's College Park. That ain't Chateau Lawn.
You're not wrong. It is definitely.
I'm just saying. My bad, people.
It definitely is technically either within or on. It is from 285 and southerner.
Yes.
If that makes sense. It's
yes.
Like, yeah.
I
mean, bad is everywhere, but
yeah.
Come on now, sir. Come on.
I'm not looking at those type of things happening up in Chateau
Up there,
Lawn.
that's where you get the people who, they done had a shipment coming in from Savannah and they've been trafficking. That's what goes on in houses that cost that much. Yeah, if your house costs this much, you got to up your crime.
You got to up your crime.
You can't be doing regular stuff.
It need to be the feds need to be coming.
Exactly.
The feds need to be coming to your house at 5 a.m. Not some.
All of DC need to be at your house.
Not Daryl.
They should have resurrected J. Edgar Hoover to come to your house.
Daryl, Pookie, and Ray Ray should not be coming at your house at 5 a.m. if you're in Chateau Lawn. That should be the GBI, FBI, DA.
Everybody. Man, even MI6. MI6 should be there. They should have came across the pond for you something.
But it's the energy. If you take that same energy to Chateau Lawn,
I just don't know what he was paying because that had to be a serious amount of rent.
You know what I was telling somebody though? I was like, if you're living if you're a rapper, right? And if you're not from Atlanta area, and if you're living at Chateau Lawn, you must be hiding from somebody. That's like being in what's that?
No.
No street person really knows about Chateau Lawn.
That's the point. But that shows the fact that one, they're not from here. Two, they don't really know the area because you get plenty of people they see the houses that are up there and they think, oh, okay, I got this look before me. My house need to be like this. Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Do you know this area?
Wait a minute, what are you talking about?
People, not to stereotype, but people that do this stuff like that want to just be seen and have a look and be about something. It's just like, no. Do you know where the area you just moved to?
I think you moved there because to me it was like being in that witness protection program.
No.
It's like you hiding out for somebody like they ain't gonna look for you. They're not gonna look for you in Brazelton, Georgia.
But they wouldn't have put him up in a house like that either.
I don't know.
Nah, witness protection don't do you that nice. Sorry.
We got a special guest up in the building tonight.
Yes, we do.
Rick, come on, talk, Rick. Who our special guest?
Hey, man. I sent y'all a text yesterday in the chat, and I told y'all I was actually nervous about this conversation that we gonna have tonight.
What you nervous for?
Because of the guy we talking to.
Why?
Who we talking to? Harpo, who this man?
Yeah, who this man? This slender man? Who we got here? Candyman? Freddy Krueger? Jason?
Should his name not be mentioned? Like, who we talking to?
Who's the guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre? What was his name?
It's my homeboy, a Classic City legend is in the building. We got Jeremy V-Dogg in the building. V-Dogg is in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, when I say a legend from my city, he's a legend in my city. And why I was nervous is because he's a legend from my city.
Okay. It's like talking to your heroes.
Exactly, because I mean he graduated 2 years before us, but I had the honor and the pleasure to be able to hang out with him. I grew up. He helped me grow up.
Okay.
I watched it. Got a funny story to tell you.
Like to hear it, here you go.
Because we on the football team, you know, like I said, I was 2 years behind them, and so once the C team season is over, you move up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I moved up, little scrappy. You know, I done did my thing on C team. I'm out there. So, you know, they make a scout team of everything. So they got the first team offense on the field, and they, you know, put us at, so they put me at linebacker. Now, mind you, I weigh maybe $150. But I'm playing linebacker. I'm ready. I got all the heart in the world.
You got all the equipment on in the world.
Got the equipment on, too. So I'm ready. Now, I'm sure they called the 121 sweep. And that 121 sweep, he came out, he got the ball, and all I see was me and him. He's the same size. He probably the same size he is now.
That running back then?
Yes.
Not quite this big. About 210.
About 210.
Hey, dog. You know what Eric Dickerson looked like?
Yeah.
This man looked like Eric Dickerson coming around that corner. He had the goggles on. He wore the goggles. Everything. Hey, dog, when he came around that corner.
Did you have the curl?
I didn't have the curl.
He had the curl though.
High top.
Did he Bosworth you?
No. He didn't get to hit me. Oh. When he came around that curve. Hey, dog. I act like he shook the shit out of me. I don't even think he made a move. All I know, he came around that low, high stepping. Bro,
you gotta make a business decision.
I made a business decision that day. It wasn't worth it, man. It wasn't worth it that day.
That's when you're supposed to jump on their shoulder pads, man, as they run by you.
Bro. No, hey,
you're supposed to weight them down.
No, but
at least you're trying. It shows you trying.
No. I helped his agility points. Cause I said he shook me. What happened? Hey man, he shook me. Hey, no, I overran the play. No, I wasn't finna put myself through that. Sometimes you have to make a business decision.
Add the stats for the other person. That's not how this works.
Hey, I'm helping the team. I was helping the team.
Like
it's about building confidence. I want to build his confidence. You know.
That sounds like a good business decision.
But nah, and also you talking about at that time, and I also know that when we got ready to run 40s, they wanted somebody to run with him. Now, mind you, I'm fast.
Yeah.
So I ran with him. Dog, he beat me by 2 yards.
Still beat you by 2 yards.
He beat me by 2 yards, dog. That's who this guy was on the football field.
At the City Classic.
Classic City Finals. A hero.
It's a hero.
Bro.
But talk to us. Tell us about yourself, there, Mr. V-Dogg.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Brother Rick for a great introduction. And
do you remember that play?
Oh yeah.
You remember?
I remember very well.
I remember he got scared. I saw the spear in his eyes.
But see, what Brother Rick didn't understand was by him being my baby brother. When I turned that corner, I wasn't gonna try to run home. I was just gonna give him a little quick shake.
Yeah.
But he helped me out anyway by just acting like I shook him in and kind of fell to the ground. I just went on down the field, you know. So
you weren't gonna hurt him.
Nah, that's my brother.
Hey man, and then he left there, went on to Ole Miss.
Okay, played at Ole Miss?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what year?
92, 93.
Okay.
But before I went to Ole Miss, I went to JUCO. I went to Northeastern Oklahoma A&M.
Okay.
And stayed out there a year and a half, graduated, then I ended up transferring back to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to play in the SEC, which was a great experience playing against, the best college football players. I mean, top notch. I mean, world class. And I really enjoyed it.
Running back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Who's some of the players that you remember playing against?
Oh, I played against Terrell Davis, Garrison Hurst, Derek Lassick, Sherman Williams. I mean, just so many great players that end up going on to the NFL and having great careers.
Okay, yeah, that's a good competition too. There, you just need some good competition running backs right there.
Exactly.
And I remember another one of our homeboys. The guy that fell in love with Starlight, Jeff.
Oh,
me and Jeff.
Was that the one who called Starlight buttercream or something like that? Honey mustard.
What do you call
it? Honey mustard, chicken wings or something.
Thought we had lived that down, guys.
I was like, you have to hear.
Y'all don't get that Pepe Le Pew on the phone right now.
You have to hear Jeff tell the story of watching him run against Georgia.
Okay.
The year he ran against Georgia at UGA. Yeah,
I gotta go see the film. I need to find the film.
Hey man, he was this guy was special, man. Like I said, Classic City legend, man.
Okay. Well, why you didn't tell us why you nervous though? Why you nervous to speak?
Because he's and it seemed like when my cousin say she calling,
yeah,
and Cause they ain't nobody, they ain't did it before.
Did what? Hold on. You gotta speak. He's so nervous right now. I don't even. He's so nervous right now. I can't even understand what you're saying.
Speak English.
Riri ain't called before.
She ain't called before.
No.
Oh, your cousin named Riri?
Yeah.
That's my nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, you said
Marcy just showed up. Why is Marcy here? Ask me why Marcy here.
Whatever. No, she's family. She can show up when she wants to.
Yes,
she can show up when she wants.
Dr. Marcy Thurman is family. Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Hey,
but that's why she here tonight.
That's
why she here tonight.
Why you here tonight, Doctor? Dr.
Why
Marcy?
you here, Doc?
Dr. Marcy?
I wanted to see my homie. I have not seen him in years.
Okay.
What's up, Marcy? How you doing?
This the man. All right, who else gonna come through? Vince Dooley?
No, they made the mistake. They made the mistake. They made the
come
mistake.
through here. I'm gonna figure y'all.
I'm trying to figure out who else man is about to come through. You got a good one in the house tonight, man.
But yeah, I mean that's it, man. We just here to celebrate him and then just hear his story.
Okay.
Because some things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And he was tested.
Mm-hmm.
And today we got him here to hear his testimony.
Okay.
Nice.
Like I say, bro, to see him again, he looked like you got a down left ended.
When last time you saw each other?
Probably when y'all graduated a couple times together. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Oh, that's some time, bro.
That's
a time. So how did y'all get reconnected? After
the Great American Facebook.
Great American
Facebook. What is Facebook for?
What's that boy named Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Thank you, Zuckerberg.
Thank you, Zuckerberg.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
God doggone genius.
Yes, sir.
Zuckerberg, boy.
God dog Zuckerberg brought us back together again.
Bringing people back together.
Yeah.
Gotta like it, man.
But yeah, this like I say, I think this is gonna be a great conversation, man.
Right.
I really do. Hold on, I got to answer the phone.
Okay.
Somebody's in the shop apparently.
We got people. So wait, all right. So, do you want to get into the story now, or do we want to get into the story after the break? Do you want to get into the story now, or you want to get into the story after the break?
We'll get into it after the break.
After the break.
Okay.
When we come back, we gonna talk about it. You know, we gonna talk about the high school days.
Okay.
Growing up in the classic city, going on to Northeast Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and a few other twists and turns.
Yeah, because this your show. This your show, V-Dogg.
Hey.
I'm calling you V-Dogg, V-Dog. This your show, V-Dog.
A few other twists and turns that shaped the man that you are today.
Yeah.
Amen.
If you don't mind.
Where you been since '89? What's been going on since '89? We're gonna talk to you about it. That's what this show is about. Where you been and what's been going on since Rick saw you in 1989 till today.
Hey man, but hey, you know what? We surely are rude.
Why is that?
How you doing, bro? My brother?
I'm doing great, man. I can't complain, man. I'm living life. How's everybody else doing? I'm sorry.
We good. We
Truly
good.
blessed.
Everybody
That's how
truly
you know
blessed?
you good. When you could just start a conversation and talk. It ain't forced. That's when you know life is good.
Exactly. And you know nobody's in here bitter right now.
Exactly.
I gotta shout out to someone. I got some bitter friends right now who I don't even know why they bitter. But they're very bitter. They wake up every morning bitter.
Just go back to sleep.
What happened?
I don't know, man.
What you do?
I don't know. They're just bitter. They're just bitter. And I have to try to tell them, stop counting people. You know what it is? These brothers are successful. There's three brothers and they're successful. But I'm like, they wake up and I think they count people's money and like, oh, he doesn't really make that and he doesn't make this and that's not really that amount. And I'm like, bro, why are you counting? Don't worry about other people's money.
Find something else
Just
to focus on.
Yes, be happy with what y'all living well. Just be happy with what you got, bro. So I'm like, yo, other than that, I'm good, man. But I just want people to stop being bitter. We got so many people who are bitter. Wendy Williams sounded very bitter.
Yes.
When she talked about Tabitha, Tabitha Brown
Yeah.
and her husband's situation. Like I was saying before the show, I understand why Wendy said it, because Wendy was speaking from a personal life experience.
A personal
And
business.
Whitney was hurt.
Yeah, she was speaking from a place of hurt.
You can even hear it in her voice.
Oh,
She was still hurt.
She ain't never. She ain't gonna let that hurt go, and that's part of what's keeping her bitter because she's holding on to the hurt.
That's true.
She has to let that go.
True.
And that was part of what
Tabitha's
response was. She really said, like, when she said that, she was like, I am actually sorry for the fact that you went through that. Yeah. But you have to let that go. And when she said, I pray love on you so that she was like, that you understand that love can be out there. And I was like, that's what you got to give to people. It's like, when you see somebody hurt, the worst thing you could do is try to hurt them back.
And Wendy needs to forgive her husband for whatever he did.
And also forgive herself.
She need to forgive herself.
She need to forgive him, forgive herself, forgive anybody else that was involved. Anybody that she's holding anything against, it needs to be let go. Because it's not, especially with all of her health issues and all that stuff, it's not going to do her good at all.
But maybe she wouldn't be but maybe that's her thing, though. That bitterness is what gives her ratings. Like if she was just
that's
pleasant,
her.
Because if she was pleasant, would she still be as successful? Some people, that's their, I'm not gonna say shtick because it's actually her. Yeah. It's not a shtick.
Yeah,
she's
like
just that way.
She has a natural pettiness about her, but it's the way that she's gone about it for almost 30 years now. Yeah. It's like, that's her, but the hurt part of that relationship, she's gonna have to let that go.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't. And you can, like you say, you can see it all on them. Mm-hmm. You can see the bitterness, the hurt. And when she start talking about relationships, you can see it on them.
Yeah.
And so she got to find a way to get rid of it, and she needs to forgive him and forgive herself.
More so than what she said about the whole relationship, Tabitha Brown's relationship. I was more upset because I felt Wendy gave her shade when she said, this woman named Tabitha Brown, and then people started clapping. She said, oh, clap for her if you know who she is, because I don't know who she is. She's like she's an influencer.
Does that quite a bit.
Yeah, she's been.
Can you hear me now, Ray?
Yes.
Okay.
The way she did that.
She's been doing that for a while.
Like there was someone like there was a guy who was famous on TikTok, and I mean I didn't know who he was, but it was still kind of a sad story because he was murdered, and but the way that she was describing it, it's kind of like if you don't know who this guy is, why is this a story on your show?
Because it's the way her producers bring stuff, but the
producers didn't even know who this guy was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just be like, "Oh, it's in the news. Talk about it. And it's just like, no, it's okay. And that's the thing. Like her show used to
bad
be
producing.
Her show, even as bad as she was, how she would talk about everybody's business. Her show used to be where if she actually knew something about it, then she would speak about it. She might come back later and be like, oh, I heard about this. Like, I had no idea about this. And she would say something, and somebody in the crowd might say something back. She was like, oh, okay, that's what it was. But it's like now, like you said, she's got this air about her because of what she went through and how it was public and everything. And she's now, it's just like anytime it's a situation where she could possibly tear somebody down, like you said, and throw the shade. Yeah. She's throwing it hard, and it's just like, you don't have to do all that. Well, the people that are your fans are gonna be your fans no matter what, ma'am. They're not gonna leave. They've been with you this long. It's there. You ain't got to do that.
Well, I need her to have a pre-production meeting or something, because if you don't know who you're about to talk about or what you're about to talk about,
I need to figure out what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't come off well. I mean, I don't watch the show anyway, so I mean.
Well,
that's me throwing shade, I guess.
Also, we finna get ready to go to break, because we finna get ready to go on radio. But before we do, I want to salute and celebrate Senior Chief Jameson Matthews. Jay, salute to you, bro. Mm-hmm. The day was the last day he asked for permission to go on liberty.
Okay.
The day he retired after 26 years.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good job.
Did he do the walk down the little aisle thing where y'all hold the sword?
Nah, he didn't. Nah,
don't y'all hold the sword?
He did like you did.
Like
he did like you.
What? But y'all got a good sermon. But don't y'all hold the sword?
He did like you did.
You left.
Yeah. You do it with the whole sword. Everybody, line up on the.
Y'all little ceremony be real nice.
I know. He should do that one.
Nah, he did like you did.
Don't do like what I did.
He did like you did. Y'all don't want to be celebrated, and y'all don't want nobody to give y'all props and big y'all up.
Anybody can give at least
make it
20
sound
years.
like Will just left It's like, all right, y'all.
That's basically what he did.
That's actually what it is.
He pulled his SpongeBob. Was like, all right, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, that's basically what he did. Yeah. That's pretty much what he did. Yeah.
Hey, y'all know I love y'all, though, people. Y'all know I love y'all.
You gave over 20 years,
Georgia
so
Bar.
at this point, it is what it is.
But like I say to my boy, Senior Chief, retired, Jay Matthews, salute to you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Fair winds and following seas. And with that, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Classic City on hometown hero. V-Dogg is in the building, y'all. Call in 404-603-8770. I did say it right. All right. So we're going to do that. We will be right back.
Yes, sir.
AM 1100.
No, mic's off.
Thank you for tuning in to Talking Random-ish with King Insane and the lovely Starlight.
Papa was a Rolling Stone, but now I got Rolling Stones in the bezel. Ice. Mama and home all alone, hustling, trying to keep this shit together. Mama, young smoking on gas, I'm living too fast, my foot on the pedal. Woo. If I go back to the past, my niggas ain't know we'll be rocking Coachella. Hey. If a ever try me or play me, I buy him an iced out shovel. Ice. Dig your own grave, you played yourself. I put some cash on your schedule. You played yourself. If a ever try to fillet me, I just sit back and let her. She got it. Think she come up off the chores, whatever. My pockets came with extra cheddar. I can see through the. I think that my skills getting better. With a stick, I'm at peace, Mandela. I'm willing to feed whoever. How can I help you? Nobody judge you but God. You can watch us beat the odds. This ain't no cat, no facade. Young, rich, and black, and we gon' beat the charge. I'm spending cash, no card. I'm liking her natural, no fraud. If she got a fake, of course, girl, ain't nothing wrong with enhancing it's yours. From the back, we enjoy it. 100 rack, I'ma tap with my boy. Got the clip poking out, we be showing. Anybody check out, we be knowing. In and out, we be going. On a 757 Boeing. And my AP same size as the phone. Better get you some bread where you from.
I spend my meals on the crib. Cover myself, F&N is my shield. I spend the dime, go run you a drill. If you do the time, come home to a meal. Double my seal, sign another deal. G6 pills, money give me chills. I make the hit a sheep kneel. I make the stick hit when I'm in the field. I make you lick it up like ill. Spend 100 racks on the teeth, not a grill. Looking at your diamonds on your neck ain't real. You let the Draco kill. Heard what I said. Spinning your block every day till you dead. On the edge, Cody my mans. Open your legs. I f with my stick in the bed. We shooting, not fighting like Craig. They DM, they stealing my thread. They ain't never give us our cred. Cut it rose gold with the face ruby red. Put a hole in your head, not your legs. Put my hands on her head, she appeared. M-I-G-O-G, that's the said. That P.O. I'ma just pay. White guts in my Lambo, it look like it's albino. I hate your bitch, said out here the high note. I'm rich like Lino. Count your blessings, don't worry about the rivals. Grandma told me, go read the Bible. Should've listened, still look at the sky though. Sippin', this not the Moscato. I'm gifted, I'm smoking gelato.
We been in the steppin', we came in the door when they taking the flow, call it repo. My doggy gon' bite, no Chico. Get hit with the Draco and make him with Rico. Ain't shopping Rodeo. You wanna see the 3 Migo, then turn on your Vivo. The red color mayo. Counting up cheese like I ate a bag of some Cheetos. They must forgot we the Migos. Straight from the north out the bando. I done been quiet for too long. I cut that Cuban, it's two-tone. I heard he trapping, they tapping the static. Say that boy go get a new phone. I done been luck out the new home. Avalanche with the blue stone. I'm just can't find the fit. My neck is afraid. Just rings and breasts. I retro the kicks. Ain't giving no kiss, I'm giving a dick. You stand too long like you seen a ghost. So whip out your camera, take you a pic. So when you get home, get back on your phone, zoom in on the flick and look at the drip. She asked me to pay for that to get lift. I told her I'm better off giving you a lift. Think I'ma put all my trust in her with no benefit till I go jump off a cliff. I go 230 a cup of that purple, put ice in my drink just to keep it on chill. All that talk, you ain't been in the field. Open my bank account, nigga, give me chill. Take off.
Now go.
Greetings, Atlanta, America.
That was all breaking for the break.
Greetings, Atlanta, America, worldwide internet. Thank you for tuning in to WWE 1100 AM, The Real. This is Talking Random-ish. I am Will Sane.
It's your boy Rick King. I am in the building. I am on the boards. I am behind the glass. I shall be, I am.
The lovely Starlight is in the building, and she has me messed up right now. She's making me.
What's up, people?
Greg is in the building. He's still the super duper producer. Greg, say what's up.
Big Sure.
Yo.
Y'all know what this is. This ain't nothing but some good old-fashioned barbershop style conversation. In this barbershop, no conversation. I mean, no damn conversation is taboo. We ain't got but one rule and one rule only. Will, what is that rule?
That rule is say what you mean what you say. Just don't be mean when you say it. Starlight, please tell the people what to do to be a part of the show.
And for those that would like to call in that are local, it is 404-603-8770 or...
If you're in your mammy baby, please let her know it's not one of them 9999999999999. Please let your mama know it's not one of them freaky deaky numbers. At least it won't be tonight. Please let her know the call is on us. We gonna pay for it. The phone number is 1-888-926-7562. Why did I want to say 925?
I don't know.
That's why I had to look at it, because I really wanted to say 925. But right now you can find us on Talking Random-ish Facebook page and YouTube page. We are live. That's TALK, comma up top.
Apostrophe.
N. TALK, comma up top.
Apostrophe.
N. That's Talking Random-ish. You can find us right now on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. You can find us. Oh, okay. Wherever y'all party.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. Hey, I'm sorry.
He a little off. I'm sorry.
I'm looking at Starlight done messed me up.
Hey, that's terrible.
Starlight done messed me up, y'all. I'm sorry.
Tell them what you want.
No. We gonna play it next week. It'll be our song for next week.
It's terrible. It's absolutely
I'm
terrible.
so sorry, man. Hey, she got me with
It's
this
not
one.
that bad.
It's terrible.
It's not that bad.
Smokey Robinson got me with them eyes. I didn't know Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, he thought they were contacts.
Green.
No, he thought they was contacts.
He looks like a cat.
Did they have green contacts?
Not this green.
No.
His eyes are not this green.
Yes, they are.
They've always been that color.
This green?
Yes.
This is like my.
That's his same
I got
hair
a cat
color,
named Miss
same skin
Magnificent.
color.
That's why they
Miss
made him the lead
Magnificent's
singer.
eyes.
Exactly. He was Smokey and them.
Like
The Miracles was them.
I can't even name any of the other miracles.
Claudette,
the
Well,
wife.
his wife, yes. That's it.
That's about it. And them dudes.
And
Oh man.
Smokey and them.
Yeah.
Smokey, Claudette, and them.
I'm sorry, man.
All of them back then.
I'm sorry. Rick. I apologize, but yes, they got me with the Smokey book.
But yes, you can find us on all the podcasting areas.
Yes, because wherever they're potting,
We're casting.
thank you very much.
About time you joined. Hey, tonight we got family in the building.
Oh gosh.
Got a new family. We got an old family in the
Yes,
building
yes.
tonight.
Yes.
Got my boy, Classic City hero, Classic City Finders. When he came around that corner looking like Eric Dickerson,
Hey, Rick shook.
my knee got jelly. Please let me fall. I ain't want to get hit by that man.
Don't get trucked, man.
Hey, boy, we got Jeremy Vito Veasley in the building, man. It's such an honor. I am ecstatic. Like I told him, I texted him yesterday and told him I was nervous about having this conversation. Because, like I say, because of what you meant to me, the city of Athens, your classmates, your story.
Yep.
And the fact that you're willing to come and talk about V-Dogg in the barbershop, in the place where we had these type of conversations. And the floor is yours, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man.
When I seen you get out of the car, I looked. Dude, how many downs you got left in you? I mean, for real, how many?
I might got one more left in me. One more.
One.
Just one.
One.
That's it, bro.
I mean, cause the Bulldog, we got a season coming up. I mean, I don't know how much eligibility you got.
No.
You got left.
It's not a word.
The Falcons look for a running back.
Bad. Yeah, bad.
They definitely need one.
Bad.
One down.
I think we got some cap space now. we can pay you.
And we need short yardage.
We do. We
need short yardage bad.
Yeah.
We ain't been able to get that
Red
1 yard.
zones.
We ain't got that 1 yard about 14 years. That 1 yard. We still trying to get that 1 yard. But yeah, you home from a journey. But I don't want to start there. I want to start coming up in the Classic City. What was it like for you, man?
Oh, man.
Big man on campus always. What was that thing like for you?
That was a great experience, Brother Rick. I mean, we all grew up basically from, Little League, middle school, high school, and, growing up in Athens, we were all family. And being able to grow up around, you guys in Athens, I mean, that's something that I will always cherish because we meant so much to each other, and we still do.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just a great experience, man. I love Athens, even though I don't frequent it too much anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's gonna always be the
home,
the number one spot, man.
Yes, sir.
Classic City. And I would like to say what's up to all my brothers and sisters in Athens. I miss y'all and I love y'all, but God been good to me.
Testimony.
When did you start playing ball?
Oh, man. Well, I started playing in the backyard with my brothers. My brother, he was 5 years older than me. Okay. So I was the runt. I was so small, but God blessed me to start perfecting my craft by just playing sandlot football. And being in the backyard playing and me being the smallest and taking that punishment. Mm-hmm. So I always felt when I got around guys my age that I was unstoppable.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? So
yeah. Yes, I do.
I always knew if I could play with those guys who was twice my size and hold my own, I had no fear of nobody else. And that really helped me as I growed up and went from one level to another level to be, not cocky, but confident in the talent and the abilities that God had given me on the football field.
Yeah.
And just utilize it, put it to great use, enjoyed it. But one thing I wasn't prepared for, and I think I don't read a lot of stories about guys, they don't be prepared for life after football.
Mm.
And I always thought that when I started playing the game, it was going to be on my own terms. Mm-hmm. And whether it's through an injury or just, through years of playing where you just can't play no more.
Yeah.
That was my dream. That was my desire. But God chose otherwise.
We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
I can't help but
talk
about it.
We definitely gonna get to it. We definitely gonna get to it. So see the show.
Oh yeah.
Magnificent career.
Oh yeah. I mean, still to today in the record books. And my senior year of high school, we had the opportunity to beat our crosstown rival, Clark Central, who had beat us 13 years in a row.
Man.
I would have switched schools.
Well, you know what? I quit.
But Rick, that's the main reason I never went to Clark Central, because the coach at the time, Billy Henderson,
yes, sir,
he tried to get me over there.
Great.
But I wanted to be on a team at Cedar Shoals
that beat him.
That beat Clark Central.
Man, that exactly, because I stayed my high school years. I moved to Sunset, so I lived off Sunset. But I wanted to go. I went all the way back to see the show because I wanted to beat Carl Central.
No doubt.
Did y'all end up beating them?
My senior year, 1989.
Okay, good job.
Good job.
Hey, give applause for that one right there. Y'all finally got over that hump. Somebody.
We did it. We did it.
What was your yards that game? You remember your yards that game? You remember your performance?
I know close to about 200.
About 200?
Yeah.
Damn.
Even though the score was just 3-0 was the final.
Yeah, 3-0.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Real football.
3-0.
Yeah. Still 200 yards.
It was some good.
That's that smash mouth football.
I know them 4 years and a few years out. That was some great football. It was some great football going on in the anthem, especially between us and them.
Oh yeah.
Man, there was some woo. You can remember going down in Death Valley.
Oh yeah.
You could just feel it, the intensity. I'm talking about it was just that vibe.
But you know, Rick, what was so great about that experience is that, like you said, we all grew up playing Little League ball together.
Yeah.
And I played with the AWOL Lions, but a lot of guys that went to Claude Central, they played with the Dolphins.
Yes, sir.
And the Colts.
Yes, sir.
So it was a rivalry from Little League all the way up through our high school, since we played against and with each other for such a long period of time.
Yeah.
And the greatest victory was defeating Claude Central.
Amen.
I mean,
nothing else
the
matters.
greatest experience I ever had playing football in high school.
Even if I don't get a state championship.
Even if I didn't get a state championship.
We beat y'all. That's what it matters.
We beat Claude.
We beat Claude
We beat
Central.
Claude. I mean, we beat Claude. You can wear that. I beat him. I beat Claude. Yes, sir. How many letters? Recruiting. What was recruiting like?
Oh, man. I think my very first letter I received was from Purdue University, then Clemson, Auburn, Georgia, Ole Miss, quite a few Division I offers. And I don't think I ever got one from the Florida Gators.
Oh, we need one. We was gonna burn. You need that. What would you need that trash for?
Swamp rat.
What
What you need the toilet paper
Why
for?
didn't you choose Georgia?
Well, actually, Georgia was the school that sent me to Northeast Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time I graduated, Vince Dooley had left.
Oh, okay.
And Ray Goff came in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ray Goff brought in the scat backs, the smaller running backs. And I was a big running back.
Oh, okay.
And, that's what Vince Dooley liked.
Yeah.
Big running backs, 220, 225, 230.
Yeah.
And after Vince Dooley left, my recruiting tide was just kind of,
Okay.
went to the wayside.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
So I ended up, choosing Ole Miss. Like I was telling Rick earlier, the only reason I chose Ole Miss, and no disrespect to the school, because I'm grateful and thankful for the opportunity they gave me, but that was the closest SEC school that I could go back and transfer to and actually play. That wasn't that far from home.
Okay.
But if I had a chance to do it over again, I would have went to LSU.
Yeah.
But the distance, and my mom, she used to drive. So I had to definitely look out for the amount of mileage that she had to drive by herself, compared to 5.5 hours to 9 hours. So I ended up choosing Ole Miss.
Oh, you thinking like a good son.
That's so nice of you.
What was that college experience like?
Oh man,
when you got there, and I'm talking about amongst them big boys.
Hold on, let's talk about that recruiting first. Because we always hear about the recruiting process, like when they bring you on campus and everything, and they take you around and they bring all the pretty girls around you. You had the little pretty girls around you.
Well,
when they brought you on the official trips and everything like that?
Oh, yeah.
Visits?
I mean, when you first get there, they have somebody, a recruiter, like another guy on the team.
Yeah.
And he'll be assigned to you. And their number one objective is to take you around, show you a good time, show you all the hot spots, and, of course, they have, females that they introduce you to. Anything to try to get you to sign that letter of intent.
Yeah.
So the recruiting process was real nice. I mean, flying first class.
Yeah.
I mean, all over. Whatever school you was being recruited by, now they treat you like a king when you got there.
But when you get there, the pretty girls still there? They still showing up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was just a scam. Because I'm just saying, sometimes it's like a scam. Like, just to get you to sign, and then once you sign, it's like ain't no more pretty girls no more.
Yes, sir. And then you heard because Ole Miss had what that corner.
Nah, that's in Toombs Corner. That's in.
No. They get Ole Miss got a what's that walk?
Oh, it's called the Grove.
The Grove. Yeah. They say that Grove.
It'd be nice at the Grove.
It's the #1 tailgating spot in college football.
Oh, it is?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. It is a big place that just everybody hang out and, and we had to walk through the Grove to get down to the football field. The where the fans be standing, cheering you on, trying to, pep you up, get you ready for the game. But it is a beautiful, beautiful place.
Okay, after COVID leaves, I'm going to do like a college game road trip.
What was the difference, I guess, on campus field of JUCO versus the bigs?
Size. JUCO is just barely an upgrade above high school. Mm-hmm. But Division I, like Georgia, big campuses, game day, 80,000, 90,000 fans. Whereas in JUCO, you was lucky to have 300 fans.
Mm-hmm. So, like on the team where you looked at, be like, oh, okay, yeah, he play on the team at JUCO, versus like, wow, he's on the team when you got the Ole Miss.
Well, like I said, I guess the bigger difference I seen was the kids. Mm-hmm. Because when you play big time football, after the games, all the little kids run up to you, want your autograph, want your gloves, and just say, I love the way you run the ball. I want to be like you when I grow up. That was the biggest difference because in JUCO, you being such a little small town, you didn't have a lot of kids coming around like that. So
you made me think about when I was young and Tracy Ham used to come off the field down in Statesboro in Georgia.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Man, we used to run up the Tracy. Tracy! You couldn't tell. Tracy was like Randall Cunningham, John Elwood. Tracy played pro. No, son. Tracy played like 2 divisions. That was nothing.
Tracy was nice.
Yeah, yes. Tracy was the man. Yeah. Tracy was the man.
Yes. So once that was over, your senior year, was you a big prospect to go to the league? What was that like? What was it?
Yes. Matter of fact, the agent that I had at the time, agents have connects with the GMs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And they can kind of call around and see what you projected to go to the NFL and all this. My lowest grade was the 5th round. 5th, 6th, 7th round, and free agency.
Okay.
And when he first told me that, I was ecstatic. I'm the happiest person in the world. I'm like, man, my dream is, finally finna come true.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And on draft day, when I'm sitting there watching the draft and the rounds are getting later and later, the phone never rung. And I'm like, and my agent told me, and I know I played good enough, at least get a tryout or something.
Yeah.
Phone never rung. And when I did hear from my agent, he was like, I done exhausted everything I can do. And I'm like, wow. But I still ended up having an opportunity to try out for the Carolina Panthers. Mm-hmm. And I ended up getting cut from that. And that's when things kind of started going downhill for me. Because like I was saying earlier, I wasn't prepared for life outside of football. And I ain't gonna say I got depressed, but I just felt lost. Mm-hmm. And
what happened?
Being lost allowed me to start letting people, or allowing myself to enter into a circle of people that I knew I shouldn't have been hanging around or dealing with. Mm-hmm. And that's no disrespect to them. I'm not saying I'm better than them, but you know better.
Yeah.
And that situation led to me getting some major, major, major trouble. And I got locked up in January 1996. I was convicted in 1997, and I went on to serve 22 years, 4 months in prison.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, without going into detail, about the situation, a person lost their life. Mm-hmm. I was there. I always maintain my innocence just like I do now. But people got to understand, in the state of Georgia, you don't have to take someone's life to be convicted of murder.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Just by you being there,
Yeah.
you're going to be charged and tried just as well as the person who actually committed the crime. So after I was convicted, you know, I always sit down and I ask the Lord, you know, why me? Because you go from being on such a high level in sports, you know, playing on ABC, ESPN, and you never expect that something like that is going to happen to you until it happens. And when it first happened, I was just so embarrassed and so ashamed. Not only did I let down my mom, I feel like I let down you all, Rick, who looked up to me. And so after, you know, continually asking why, I started getting on my knees. I started praying. And in a very short period of time, God revealed to me why. When he opened my eyes to the fact of why he was allowing this to happen and what he was going to use me to do to help touch people's lives. Because especially the little kids, you know, they all can look at me and see that, okay, man, this guy was a big-time football player. But it don't take but one mistake, and your whole life is altered. And once that mistake is made, you got to live with it. And that's when I truly realized my calling as a child of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And he used me. I spent 7 years, 3 months in the DeKalb County Jail. The longest anybody ever been in there. And God allowed a lot of people to come up to me and say, how you do it, man? Because it's an old saying that county time is the hardest time. And a lot of guys want to go on to prison where they can, you know, go outside and you just got more things to do. And the first time God showed me his reasoning was it was an officer named Major Scipio. I never will forget. And I had been there about 5 years then, and God had gave me so much favor with the officer that we used to pray together, which we didn't supposed to be doing. But he was just showing me things. He was opening my eyes to the fact that, man, I'm finna use you in a major way. And one day, Major Scipio came up there, and he found me. He said, I got something I want you to do for me. He said, I got 15 kids coming up here. He said, and I need you to talk to them. He said, I'm going to come back next week, and you let me know what your decision is. So I talked to my mom about it. I prayed about it. And when them kids came up there, for me to be able to share my testimony with them, because like I was telling all these kids, you still got a chance, but you got to be wise. You got to be obedient to what your mom and dad is telling you. You got to stay away from that group or the kids that trying to mislead you or take you down that wrong path, because you don't want to be in this situation where I'm at. And that's the first opportunity that God showed me on how he was using me. And anytime anybody heard my story or far as my athletic background, God always used that to open the door for me to communicate with people. You know, whether it was inmates or officers. I had a chance to witness to wardens, let's say inmates, just whoever. And that was a great opportunity for me to try to make a difference in somebody's life. You know, and God always sent us warnings before destruction. You know, I remember about 6 months before I got in trouble, a guy tried to talk to me about it, Lord. I'm like, I pushed him to the side. But once I got incarcerated and I was laying back many nights just thinking, and God was showing me, I tried to get your attention then. But sometimes we got to go through a point of brokenness. I mean, where you broke all the way down and you ain't got no choice but to cry and get on your knees and say, Lord, look, I need you. Because my situation, I realized that no man could help me. I was sentenced to life plus 20 years.
Life plus 20.
Life plus 20. And and I say that to say this, never put your trust in man. Yeah. Because if I put my trust in man and listen to man, I wouldn't be here today. I'd still be incarcerated. Because they always said, well, man, you going to do 25 years for the parole board to even look at you. And I'm one of the very few guys in the whole state of Georgia that only served 22 years, 4 months on a life plus 20-year sentence. I got a lot of friends that was just sentenced to life without the 20 that's still down there who done did 28, 30 years. Yeah. So that was my opportunity to come here today, which I praise and thank the Lord for touching all of y'all hearts to allow me to come over here and share my testimony in hopes that if 1,000 people hear this and one person is saved or one person's life is changed, I done did my job. Mm-hmm. And before my situation, I couldn't boldly speak of the Lord. Mm-hmm. You know how you be kind of ashamed. Yeah. But I mean now, I cannot do or say anything without giving Him all the glory. That's because good. For 22 years, 4 months, I didn't get in one fight. I didn't get one DR, one write-up. I didn't get in no trouble. And everywhere I went, He gave me favor.
In 22 years, you didn't? Really?
Yeah, because it ain't because the guys were scared of me. They were scared of the one that's in me. Yeah. They seen the light of the Lord upon me. Because like I was saying, that's how God used me for people to come to me. Yeah. I mean, some of the most cruelest criminals that you could ever come past, or either come in contact with. I had a chance to witness to them, and I seen a lot of changes come over a lot of those guys' lives. Because one thing about doing time like that, people just sit there and watch each other. Yeah, and because there ain't too much else to do, and you'll be surprised who be watching you from afar, and they become curious. And they'll ease up to you, and I always pray and ask God to number my days and help me spend my time wisely. Even though I was incarcerated, my spiritual man or my mental man was not, just my physical man. So I spent my time in prayer, Bible study, Bible reading, meditation, theological courses, and working out. And if there was somebody else that was on the same thing I was on, you welcome. But if you was on some more stuff, I stayed away from it. Okay. And even me, by trying to live a life that's pleasing in God's eyes, a lot of people didn't like that.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, is it more troubling like this? But I have that conception in my mind. I come up with that you go into jail. Regardless if you're not trying to find trouble, trouble's gonna come find you.
Oh yeah.
And so that's why I try to say, like, how did you avoid trouble finding you or trouble getting into contact with your, or getting into that confrontation with trouble?
It was the Lord's double hedge of protection around me. I mean, I always knew that His blood covered me and He protected me. Even if a confrontation developed, God allowed me to humble myself and diffuse it. Even if a guy tried to step to me wrong, God tell us in the Bible to do everything you can to be at peace with somebody. Mm-hmm. Then if that person don't want to accept that peace, then you kick the dust off your shoes and you go about your business. Right. But like I said, that's where prayer come in at. Because it's a lot of times that I could have got into altercation because some guy was just that evil. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna say they were evil, but they had it in them. They had it in them. The enemy had them bad, man. But He sustained me. He kept me, and He delivered me. He brought me home. I've been home now almost 2 years. Okay. And since I've been home, I've been seeing Him open doors. And right now, I'm a part of my own business called Southside Supply. And my message to everybody is, man, if you don't know Jesus, you need to get to know Him, because he is amazing. He is great. He is wonderful, and I can't get nobody else the glory but Him. Because like I said, I reached out to family, I reached out to friends, and like I was telling Brother Rick, when I played ball, everybody wanted to be my friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When I come home, they were just loving it. But once I got in trouble, well, you hear that from none of them.
That's the way. Yeah.
But I got one friend that I told Rick about that I wanted to say something say something about him on here. His name is Sammy Veasley.
Spud.
Sammy, I knew was having a hard time. And, everybody that's incarcerated want money on their books. Mm-hmm. I never asked Sammy to send me anything. And the amount that he sent me was greater than any amount of money that I had ever received while incarcerated. He sent me $5. And that $5 was greater than somebody sending me $1,000 because I know he sent me his last. And like in first couple of years, I developed a lot of bitterness in my heart because I really felt that people owed me something, or I felt that people should have been more supportive of me outside of football. But as time went on, and like I said, at the closer I got to the Lord, he started working on my heart. He started cleansing it up out of me. And I don't have an enemy anymore. Okay. The only enemy I have is the devil himself. Yeah. But I can go before anybody that has ever wronged me and say, man, I love you, man. But that's because I have experienced the true love of Jesus. Yeah. And his love is infinite. And I'm just so grateful and thankful for another chance. I call it the second resurrection. Yeah. And one of my greatest prayers when I was away, I always asked the Lord. I said, Lord, please don't let me die in this prison, because I lost a lot of friends that died of natural cause. And I said, Lord, if you just give me the opportunity to step outside this gate and hug my mom one more time, then you can call me home. Yeah. But I'm still here. And like I said, man, I'm grateful and thankful for it. And I'm grateful and thankful that I had this opportunity to come on y'all's show. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for allowing me to share my testimony. But God is good, man. God is good, bro.
There's a few people want to holler at you, V-Dogg. Hold on, let's see if we can get somebody in here. Hello, what's your name, what you calling, who you calling, what you want? Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
What's good? Who are you and what you want?
And this Draco Thomas, man. I'm just so touched to see my brother and hear from my brother again, man.
What's up with you, Draco? How you doing, bro?
And this is, let's tell them who you are. This is the Cedar Show athletic director of Cedar Shows in the Classic City. What's good with you, my brother?
I'm just touched by listening, and man, you've been one of the most humble guys I've ever met, and but you said it best. God has had His hand on your life, and you being a blessing to others, man. It's just wonderful, man.
I sure appreciate that, bro.
And I want to tell you something, man. To this day, you the reason why Terrell Bell and Mario Foster, they called me Bebo, but it should have been you. We used to go, when we used to go to basketball game. Now, he didn't tell y'all that he was a very good basketball player as well. He played in the Final Four and all that. What? But
that's right.
He used to keep a bag full of the Bebo pies. And I'm talking about, he used to have a bunch of them. So he made them think they were mine. So to this day, them guys still call me Bebo. but man, I just want to tell you, man, hey man, I love you, and man, I've always enjoyed the time we spent together. I'll never forget. you listen to you talk about 1989, and I remember that night 3-0. You know, we beat them all up and down the field, and you know, but we beat them though. And hey, it was outstanding. You were about to say earlier, and I don't think you end up saying it. You know, he does still on the record, 99 yards at the house. No, nobody's done that.
Nobody ain't broke it yet.
No sir, no sir, no sir. But I don't want to take up too much of your time, man. I know other people probably want to talk to you. I just want to tell you, man, it's good to see and hear from you. Continue to do what you're doing, and just again, love you, praying for you, and just glad to see you, man.
Love you too, bro, and thank you, man.
Love you, Drico.
All right, thank you, man.
Who in my barbershop? What you need? What you want?
You know what it is, man.
What's going on, Dat Bo?
Just want to have a minute, Mr. King. Rapping V-Dogg.
What's going on, bro?
Save him, that I'm so proud of him, so happy for him. His story really touched my heart. He touched my heart when I was a little bit. First time I saw him on the field, I'm thinking, okay, I probably should have just went ahead and went up for the basketball team. He come out there, got this little extra medium shirt on, and it's fitting like a rubber band. And he decides to go ahead and take it off. I'm like, okay, when we get chest hair in high school, and how do you have somebody look like that? There were two people, him and Jonathan Rock Hitchcock.
Yes, sir.
You don't have bodies like that in high school. There's no kind of face you lifted in high school to look like that.
Grown men body.
Just natural. The only third was Reggie Thomas. Just you don't look like that in high school.
Yes, sir.
But V-Dogg, man, that play from scrimmage, man, I thankfully I was there that night on the sideline, mad because every time the coach was trying to call me to go in the game, I was too pissed off because they didn't let me get in there earlier. But I just remember you and Big Jermaine Howard coming outside, and you hit that sideline, and that was over. there was no second, there was no third level.
Yeah, that's when that 4-3 kicked in.
And Jermaine turned that corner. I'm like, that's 6. What you mean, Davenport? That's 6. That's 6. And you were on the 10-yard line. Then I'm like, he's to the house. This is it.
Yes, sir.
And Inspiring Till, you still broke my heart going to Ole Miss.
Man.
I tell you honestly, it warmed my heart hearing the stories of how you did it on the field. It warmed my heart when I was saying, my man, my mellow, you don't know what you did for me as a little kid. You did it for me at the boys club one day. There was one girl I was real sweet on. She was in your class. I ain't going to say her name, but I was intimidated. I was nervous. I was scared, and you broke it down to me so naturally and so smoothly just how to approach it. I did it, and it worked, but I didn't go no further because I was like, yeah, nah. It wasn't supposed to work like that. I want you to come from me.
Wow.
But, dog, man, I'm so glad you get to touch the soil again. I'm so glad you got that chance. It tore Athens apart when all that came out. Not knowing the truth of it, you know, the streets was talking.
Oh, yeah.
But just that thing, because you were the one for me, and I'm sure a lot of us, I'm sure Rick can attest to it. We talk about a lot of people going to college. We talk about a lot of people trying to get to the league. You were that guy. I mean, you look like you're supposed to be playing in the league. So I'm like, man, if he don't get there, then why is anybody else trying? I'm not going to take up any more time. I just wanted to say that. I love you, brother. I'm proud of you. Keep pushing. Keep doing your ministry. Get to Athens. Get around us. Get together and talk to these kids. Y'all have a blessed night.
You too, bro. Thank
right
you.
on.
All right.
I think we got one more. What you need, what you want.
I think you just hung up on him. Yeah, I think you just hung up on him.
Yeah.
Hold on. You good?
Somebody just walked in my barbershop. What you need, what you want.
What's up, V-Dogg?
What's going on, bro? Yeah.
Who it is who brought you in my barbershop? Who it is?
This Quinn Brody.
Man, what's going
Blow
on?
down. What's good, my brother?
What's going on, Brother Quinn?
Ain't nothing, man. Just congratulate you, man. I don't have a lot of time, man, but I'm just congratulating you back, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
So a lot of these people haven't seen you since 1989?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty
Ain't
much.
nothing, man. Just hanging on, man.
That's good, man. I mean, it's good that they actually get a chance to see you now. So you're gonna have to make an appearance in the
You
Athens.
gotta go back.
You're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to have a V-Dogg Day in Athens, Georgia. I see right now.
Hey, Tiffany
That's what it seems
Appleton.
like needs to happen.
Tiffany Appleton just hit us on Facebook. She was like, the kids need to hear your story. Bring you to Athens.
Yeah.
Amen.
We need to get you to Athens.
Especially with the things that are going on in the world today.
Yeah.
And the way kids are, the way that kids are behaving today or acting out today. I don't know if acting out, behaving, or the circles that they're finding themselves into. I think your story, your real life story, and your testimony could help save a lot of these kids nowadays, because you often see it that some of these kids seem like they were good kids, but they got just mixed up in the wrong crowd.
At one time.
Yeah, and that's all it takes is that one time. I always tell my son's over in the next room. I always tell him, and I tell all my kids, my other two, I tell them, look, y'all don't understand, but the small choice that you make today can impact your life forever. So you hop in that car with whomever, and you don't know what they're going to do, but you do know what that person is about. That could end you in a lifetime of misery.
Yeah.
So that's what I always try to relate to them, because I've seen it happen to friends of mine who I had a good friend of mine. His brother, he didn't even know he was being a getaway driver. He did not know. He just knew that he was taking him to the store to go get some cigarettes or get some alcohol or something. They run out the store, drive. He drives off, and now he's a getaway driver.
Yeah.
And now he's serving time. Y'all didn't tell me that this was
It's like you just told me to take you to the store.
Yes, and you should have told me this. And the court system don't want to hear that you didn't know or that anybody didn't know. Yeah. But we got to call them.
Yes, sir. Somebody just walked in the barbershop. What you need? What you want?
What's up, man?
What's good with you, Joe Wings?
Hey, man, I want to say, man, I'm so glad to see and hear V-Dogg, man. I'm just telling you, thank y'all for what y'all doing. Rick, man, this is an amazing show, bro. This brother right here, man, me and V-Dogg on the field, oh my God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dog, can you imagine practicing being around this man all the time?
Yeah. Hey, man. You couldn't
man, I'm talking about his brother, bro. I'm telling you, his brother went to Wake Forest. He brought the football helmet. Oh, bro, we was done, man. I'm serious. Man, great to see you, man. Great to hear your voice, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. 10 toes down, brother.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, I love you, man. I love you.
Thank you, dog. Thank you, Waymer. Keep doing what you do, man.
Exactly.
Yo, man, I ain't gonna hold the line, man. God bless.
God bless you, bro.
I'm serious. Y'all gonna have to. You guys gonna have to put that day together, man. You guys gonna have to put a V-Dogg Day together in Athens, man.
V-Dogg, man. Do y'all see why I was nervous about this, man?
The people in Athens want the V-Dogg Day.
Hey, man.
You're gonna have to have it, man.
This guy was, I mean, he was special. He is special. Mm-hmm. He is special. I'm sorry, Marcy.
Don't be trying to dismiss him like other than and not to be dismissed. I'm not being dismissive of finding Jesus or Jesus finding you while you were there. Other than that, what was like one of the biggest life lessons you learned while you were incarcerated?
Wow. Biggest life lesson I learned.
Great question.
While being incarcerated. Spend your time wisely. Mm-hmm. Be wise in everything you do. Be humble and be patient. Mm-hmm. We all seek a lot of things. And just because it don't materialize right then, don't mean it's not going to happen. And a little hard work ain't going to never hurt nobody.
Not at all.
Trying to get into that fast life and get that fast money, that's not the way to go. Either two things gonna happen: you gonna end up incarcerated or dead.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, find your talent. Whatever God gave us all talents. My talent was football, and I didn't utilize it to my fullest extent, and it was taken away from me. And God tells you, if you don't use that talent, you'll lose that talent. So seek that. Seek Him. What you want me to do, Lord? Lead, guide, and direct me in the way that you want me to go. Lead me into my career. Lead me into my future. Help me be the best that I can be at whatever occupation or job or business that you want me to be in. That was my life lesson I learned.
That's a good one.
Got another caller. Somebody else just walked in the barbershop. What you need, what you want.
Hello?
Go ahead. What you need, what you want. Who is my barbershop?
This is Larissa.
What's up, sis?
Hey, Jeremy.
How you
yes,
doing?
baby, we can hear you. Hey, did my cousin Riri. Hey, baby.
I just wanted to say hello to Jeremy, and it's so good to see you fulfilling your destiny. And it looks like your destiny is your ministry. And I just want to say how proud of you I am. And it's good to see you doing well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sis.
Do you remember who I am?
Oh, I can't believe you asked me that. Your mom and my mom was great friends at one time. I mean, how could I forget that?
Oh, yeah.
Come on
now.
Riri, me and him went down remember Y Lane, talking about the day when I was falling behind y'all, hanging out, growing up, trying to find my lane.
Those are some of the greatest times in my life right there.
Amen.
See the shows, class 8 and 9. Can't get no better.
Yes, and your girl Marsha sitting right over here. Yeah, she's sitting here. Tell her, hey, Marsha.
Hey, Riri.
How you doing?
I'm good. Isn't this a good show?
Girl, I love it.
Yes, we're glad to see V-Dogg. Yes.
I'm so excited.
Okay, I'm giving you
so excited. All right, guys.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you in the building, Riri.
Love you, girl.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, sis. Take care now.
So you mentioned patience was one of the lessons that you learned. When Rick sent us your information, I took the time out to actually read the legalese of everything of how you were able to actually get out. And one, it took patience to go through all of that to figure out what all they were really saying. And can you speak on how you and then also your legal team dealt with the fact that pretty much it came down to just the fact that those in control of the government side just didn't want to do all of their job.
Exactly.
And it caused it to be as long as it was.
Exactly. And, one thing about the legal system, not saying because you go get a high-profile attorney that's really going to help you, but it does help to an extent compared to going in there with a puppet defender. And I think that was also played a big downfall in me being convicted because I had talked to several lawyers that actually knew me from playing football and was willing to help me and told me that I can win this case for you. But at that time, they 25, 50,000, to even take your case, and with possibly additional fees being tacked onto that. So I look at all that also, but even though the legal team was not up to par, so to speak, it still was my destiny to go through what I had to go through.
Yeah.
And because I know the God that we serve, legal team or no legal team, if he didn't want me to go through it, I wouldn't have went through it. I mean, if he didn't allow me to go through that, it never would have happened. Yeah. So that helped me. That's how I got my peace, because I was real bitter toward my legal team because I know they didn't do anything. You know, I mean, come on now. I mean, I did more studying law, helping myself than my actual legal team did. But like you said, by me getting closer to the Lord and establishing that personal relationship with Him, all of that, like I said, bitterness and past pain and dwelling on if this would have happened or if that would have happened, He took all that away from me. Mm-hmm. So I just left it alone. And matter of fact, I really believe my deliverance came when I put it in His hands and stopped trying to do it on my own. Because, I mean, you know, my family, my mom spent money, you know, to try to help me. And most of these attorneys, I can't specifically say all of them, they'll get your money and don't do nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
we went through that one time.
Yeah. I think that's the hardest part of definitely being a citizen of this country. A lot of people don't know that until they go through it. That, yeah, we're taught the system is supposed to do this. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the most prolific cases came because the actual person who was forced to sit down was the one actually working their case, the one going through the law books to find a precedent, to figure out what happened, to see if all T's were crossed, if all I's were dotted. And it's like, it's good that they did, because like you wouldn't have your Wainwrights who are, you know, in the law books or in the history books for doing these things. And even in your case, you just realizing, wait, I never got this step. So how can we now jump over here? So even you realizing that a step was missed, because how many times have you said, like, people will get stuck in the bitterness and not realizing, where it's like, okay, we get it. You have every right to be bitter if your case was done wrong. But if you release it and you start thinking calmly and start letting patience in and start letting, you know, the Spirit lead you, things can go. And it can actually help you and help others that hear your story.
Exactly.
So it's like, just that alone was like, I was reading through it and I'm like, I get upset, but I'm like, I can't really get upset because I feel the same way. It was like, I know if this were to happen to me, I would be upset first and then be like, all right, what am I supposed to learn from this? And have to sit back and figure out, where's the lesson?
But Vito, it was some long days in there. Long days and dark days, and you feel like you're by yourself, and you know you shouldn't be, or you had to serve those days. Those days. Was there any days when you want to say, damn, God?
Oh, yeah. I mean, man, it was a lot of times that I questioned God. It was a lot of times that I even told God, I'm through with you. I'm closing my Bible up. I ain't reading no more. I don't know how many times I did that, but the very next day, I couldn't resist it. I was drawn back to it. The Spirit would lead me right back to it. And I'm through praying, Lord. I'm just through. You didn't have to let this happen to me. I'm tired. My mom tired. I mean, it's just being controlled when they go to bed, when they eat. I mean, inspections, fighting, stabbing, everything you can think of. I mean, you were right there in the midst of it. And, it got old very quick.
What about, like, when you got out and then trying to find, like, did you try to find jobs? Did you try to find, like, how was the transition out when you got back to the streets?
Great question.
Good question. Where you on?
Great question.
Well, I mean, I really...
You took your ginkgo killing over?
I really started thinking, because I'm like, 22 years, there's a lot of stuff.
A lot of...
In 22 years, I don't think they had laptops when you...
Well,
I mean, I don't think people were using laptops frequently.
They were definitely...
But I don't think they were using them as frequently.
Huge. Big as the table? A computer was big as the table?
Yeah.
Well, when I first received my clemency paper, I had to go to a transitional center. And I went to the transitional center up at Beaufort State Prison in Beaufort, Georgia. And I was working in Lawrenceville doing construction, putting in water pipes, sewers, drains, and all that stuff. So that really helped me to assimilate back into society.
Okay.
You know, being able to go out there, you ain't got no officer. You really was free. You just had to go back to the transitional center.
Mm-hmm.
And that really helped me get my bearings back. Yeah. You know, because I never, I got the shit is I never would get the first day I went to work and we stopped by the Quick Trip and I got out the truck and my legs gave out on me. I mean, just being out there and seeing people walk by, not judging you and not even knowing you, they just going on about their daily life. Yeah. My legs went out on me. Dang. I was like, I looked around and a friend of mine's, he seen me and he started laughing.
It's like a culture shock.
Yeah, it was. But after I got the transitional center, I went back to school. Mm. And I graduated from Ole Miss. I was only like 12 hours short.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah. And I went back, went online, and I got to give a shout out to my fiance, Miss Titania Davenport.
Treat.
How you doing, boo?
What's up, Miss Treat?
Good shout out to Boo.
One of Classic City's most beautifulest.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Truly blessed to have her, bro. But she helped me navigate, the laptops. Because, I mean, that was a whole nother world for me.
I know.
And I went online and paid for my courses and I graduated in October with a 4.0 grade point average.
Oh, wow.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Nice.
And now you have a business. You said you have a business down.
Yes.
What's your business?
We deal in any kind of supplies, dealing with heavy equipment.
Okay.
Even car supplies, truck supplies, parts, chemicals, degreasers, hot shot trucking.
Okay, hot shot.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, we into the supply and demand thing.
Yeah.
If you demand it, we can supply it, bro.
Yeah.
And it pretty much is not no limit to it.
Yeah.
But those are our main focus, and we have several contracts with the Napa stores and Briggs equipment out by the airport.
Okay.
So God, once again, He opening doors and He allowing this business to grow.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that opportunity.
I need to talk to you up the side about those contracts because I was looking at trying to do some hot shot.
Oh, for real?
Hot shotting, yeah.
Oh man, it's in great demand.
That insurance now.
Yeah, you gonna pay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I have a friend who
Especially
bought
that first 6 months.
Yeah.
That first 6 months.
I mean, even if you got a dually.
I had a friend who just brought a Silverado 2500, and now it's so funny because he just brought it, and now Chevy is like, "Hey, we want to buy it back from you around for the same price that we sold it to you for, because that truck is in so high demand, such a high demand.
Oh, yeah.
I guess because a lot of people are doing the hot shot business and everything.
Yeah, I mean, freight is in great demand. I mean, everybody looking for somebody.
Logistics ain't going nowhere.
Nah.
It'll be there.
But like I said, now even the insurance on a dually is the same as on an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that's what he was telling me. I think it was like $2,000 a month or something.
Oh yeah.
That was like something
But you make it though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason that you shouldn't make $5,000 to $10,000 a week.
Well, see, the thing was, it was like you don't have to pay the $2,000 when you don't have the contract yet. And that's that start. And I know it's startup. It's that startup fee that sort of gets people like, I might have to pay that $2,000 for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Before I actually get my first contract. So now I'm paying $8,000 out of my pocket for insurance when I don't have that first contract. That's what's kind of scary about the whole thing.
But they got so many loading boards like DAT, DAT. I mean, they got loads for days, and you really and you can actually negotiate which load. Most people trying to get the shorter loads, but they pay the most money. Okay. A lot of people ain't trying to do those long hauls in a hot shot. Put too much wear and tear on your truck for one thing. And then you got to pay all the tolls that you go through.
And damn
so
fees
if you can get you a local contract, but like I said, start out with that board. And then there's so many boards on there. I mean, it's just loads. You just scroll through and just pick what you want and call the broker and negotiate.
Okay.
The work is there.
I'm gonna have to get your number and talk to you
That's
offline.
what they do. They tell you no.
Offline about this. Yeah. Giving too many people. We giving too much information right now. Giving competition information right now.
It's out there. It's out there.
I thought we supposed to tell the community what they can do.
Well, hold on. You really gotta wait now. Hold on. Let me get mine first. Then you can do what you want to do.
See, that's the problem. That's your problem right there. You're selfish.
What was that movie?
You're selfish.
Y'all, let me get mine first. Then y'all can do what you want to do.
You're selfish.
V-Dogg.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
Hey, man, I thank y'all, man. To God be the glory, man. I mean, I thank you for the opportunity. And you can never be be scared to confess before man the Lord, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I always knew that this was going to be my calling. I ain't going to say, a preacher or anything, but motivational speaker, be able to minister, just to share your testimony. And I love doing it. I love doing it. I mean, I'm really excited about that. Because I do want to see people, if I can help somebody make a difference, I'm there for them, bro.
Dog, you are the walking. You look like you have been touched by something, by God, by an angel. Like, what's in you, it's just like it's oozing to come out to help somebody. To let somebody know that where they at is not the final destination.
No, sir. No, sir.
Y'all got to set it up in Athens, man. Y'all have to set this up in Athens.
They want you. I mean,
you have to set this up in Athens.
V-Dogg. It's time to go back to the classic because
Well,
they need to see you, man.
I'm definitely coming down through there, and it's gonna be real soon, bro.
Yeah.
Whether it be to the, me and Treat had been talking about, definitely the Claus and the Steve Show football game.
Yes.
And Lord's willing, we'll be there for that, and
yes,
and try to catch some of the Georgia games, and get in there early where I can get out and meet people.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't really know where nobody stay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
And they say Athens done changed so much, I probably get lost.
Boy, UGA done took it over, man. UGA done took it over.
Shit, y'all, they say they got a got a baby spaghetti junction down there
Yes, sir.
in Athens. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I ain't been at
Hey, but that love stick, man. I promise you, since I posted this, the love and just people just want to touch you, say something to you. I mean, the love is there. The love is there, and like Tip said, the kids need to hear your story. Classic City need to hear your story. That Cedar Shows need to hear your story, man. Hey, man, I thank you.
It's all good, bro.
I thank God for you. I thank God for the opportunity for you to be here and for him allowing you to come here. Because when I called you and asked you to do this, you said you had to talk to God. I said, that's good. Because I asked him every day to order my steps. And this couldn't be nobody but him. Thank you.
It's all good, bro. Thank y'all.
I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate
Anybody got any other questions for?
Nah, I just tell you, anytime you're in the area,
Yes.
or anytime,
Shop is always open
anytime
to
you
you,
feel
sir.
in your spirit to come up here,
It's always open.
come on up.
I appreciate it.
Come
man.
on up. The door
Thank
is
you.
wide open for you. You don't even have to give us a heads up call. Just walk up here and we see you. Hey, come on, we got a chef for you. Just come on up. We got you, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it, V-Dogg. You're
All
proud
right.
of the family, man.
All right.
Hey, y'all.
So when you Rick?
It's about that time.
It is.
Sweep the flows. Time to clean the clippers. Marcia, since you done came up here, you ain't come up here to see me.
I know.
She ain't come up here to see me.
I think it's only right.
It's only right.
It's only right.
Then the rules.
The bathroom yours, Marcia. The bathroom is yours.
Yes.
The shop is closed.
Get out.
Peace.